Our Lifetime Achievement Award winner is Art Hedberg. And, you know, as a county chair, when I think of somebody that I would like to emulate, it's Art Hedberg. I mean, he is probably the finest county chair far and away that Polk County ever had. He's a great standard for all county chairs to shoot for. So I think it's really great that we honor him tonight, and I think it's really fitting that we do that. And we have a tremendous leader in our party who's going to talk about him for just a few minutes with us about some of the terrific impact he's had with the party. We are so honored to have Roxanne Conlin speak with us tonight. Roxanne?
I was so delighted to learn of your award, and even more delighted when I was asked to come and say a few words, because, as you mentioned earlier, we have seen a lot of water flow under the bridge. Art has been a Democratic activist for 50 years. During that time, he has been my hero and my mentor. He became the chair of the Polk County Democratic Party in 1962. Now, this is a man who has never voted for a Republican. Isn't that true? Never. He has never even split his ticket. Never even split his ticket. At the time that Art became the chair of the Polk County Democratic Party, the courthouse was owned by the Republicans, and they expected to continue to own the Polk County Courthouse and the representatives in the Iowa legislature in perpetuity. But Art had other ideas. The elections of 1962 saw Harold Hughes, the wonderful, the phenomenal, the giant Harold Hughes, win the governorship. And when he won the governorship, some cracks appeared in the solid hold that the Republicans had in the county courthouse. And then 1964 rolled around. 1964, Harold Hughes' second election. Things were going well, don't you think? I mean, I think things were going well. But something happened during that election that made a world of difference in not only Harold Hughes' race, but in the lower races. A lot of people did not split their ticket. And here is why. And I remember this very well. I was in the county headquarters as a volunteer making telephone calls. Harold Hughes and Evan Haltman were, I think, in the Hotel Savory having a debate. It was at the noon hour. They were having a debate. You all know that Harold Hughes was an alcoholic. And during that debate, Evan Haltman accused Harold Hughes of having a relapse that he never mentioned. And the crowd was appalled. And it went out on the wire that Evan Haltman had said this very inappropriate thing to Harold Hughes. And I started taking calls. I wasn't making calls anymore. I was taking calls from all over the state, from people who wanted me to know, wanted the Democratic Party to know, that they thought that what Evan Haltman did was a terrible thing. They thought it was dirty politics, and they were going to switch their vote to Harold Hughes, and by God, that is what they did. And we came out of Polk County with a 40,000 vote majority. A 40,000 vote majority. Thank you very much, Art Hedberg. And thanks for that election went down in history for a lot of reasons, and Art Hedberg went down in history because that's the landslide. That every office in the Polk County Courthouse was in the hands of Democrats. Good, solid Iowa Democrats. The competent hands of Democrats. Every legislative office in Polk County in the hands of Democrats. When he came to the office in 1962, no Democrats. When he left the office of Polk County Chair in 1968, all Democrats. All Democrats. Thank you. He has also served the party in many other ways. I think he's chaired every committee that we have. He was a delegate to many national conventions. He went, in 1968, he went to Chicago. You will recall that was the year of the riots. He did not cause the riots. He didn't even participate in the riots, but he was out drinking during the riots. And when he came stumbling back to the hotel, he was kind of surprised at the mess they made, but everybody was already under arrest, and he was not. He also was a delegate to the National Convention in 1980, where he gave his vote to the late, great Teddy Kennedy. For me, he has been a wonderful mentor, not only politically, but also professionally. He has devoted his life to representing people who needed a voice, who needed his help, in workers' comp cases and in labor cases. He has been my advisor. He's done everything for me. Held my hand. He even appeared in a commercial when I ran for the United States Senate in 2010. He came and appeared in a commercial. Did you all know I ran in 2010?